I'd like to apologize to all the people who invested in Bitcoin and it's gone down 40, 50% in value. I didn't know my superpower was being the Bitcoin killer, or BCK. Because I know this because that first weekend when it crashed 15%, that was the weekend I got into Bitcoin. And shortly after I got into it, it went down 15% and it keeps going because I keep holding my Bitcoin. So that's why I've been dubbed the Bitcoin killer, or BCK. And how do I know this? It's been confirmed by governments around the world and the financial industry. What happened was I was sleeping, and all of a sudden these four men broke into my apartment, and then they tased me, and while I'm sitting there like this, they injected me in something. So next thing you know, I'm tied to a chair, and I got a hood over my head. They take off the hood. I look up, and I see, "Welcome to Bilderberg 2021." And I'm thinking, this is crazy. This must be a fake. Then I see all the little people with their tables, Bank of America, Union Bank, Chase, Wells Fargo. So I'm sitting there and I'm looking at them. They're staring at me. There's that awkward silence. And finally, Jamie Dixon, Diamond, Doxhound, whatever it is, the CEO of Chase, stands up and says, "Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce you to the Bitcoin killer, BCK." And he points to me, and everyone's cheering. "Whoa, thanks for killing Bitcoin. We made so much money. Whoa." They're cheering. They're screaming. They're like, take a bow, stand up, stand up." And I'm sitting there, and they're like, "Come on, stand up." And I'm like, "I can't stand up. You have me tied to a chair." So suddenly, Jamie points to this guy, and he points him out, and then runs out, and I'm getting untied. I look down, and I'm like, "President Biden?" He's like, "Yeah, great job, fella." And he hit me on the shoulder. So I'm like, oh my God, I am the Bitcoin killer. I'm BCK. You didn't know what happened to Bitcoin. You thought it was China cracking down, or the US government cracking down, or people just panicking. No, the reason why Bitcoin has crashed is because of me, the Bitcoin killer, which is my superpower. And I might be in the new Avengers movie because of it. We're still negotiating that. So they're chanting and cheering, and then all of a sudden they start going, "Na na na na, na 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 na, hey hey hey, BCK." And they did it all in unison. They kept doing it, and they did it for like 5 minutes. "Na na na na, na 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 na, hey hey hey, BCK." So yeah, and then they stand in ovation. The financial industry is loving me. The governments are loving me because now there's no independent currency. They can control everything. And then Jamie Doxson told everyone, we have BCK memorabilia now. There was hats, T-shirts, and I had to take a selfie with everyone. There was a line of people. I took about 100 selfies, and then they printed them out. I had to sign them. People were making them posters. Some people made them in T-shirts. And all of a sudden, the party started going on, and I wasn't drinking. And Jamie Dimon comes over and goes, "Why aren't you drinking?" I'm like, "Well, remember, that's your henchmen, the stuff they injected into me. I don't know if it would mix well with alcohol. It could be fatal." You're like, "Oh." So then he's like, "Security, no one give this guy alcohol. Dude, we can't kill the Bitcoin killer. We're making too much money." So everyone was like, "Oh," so they made sure I didn't have any liquor that night. So I'm like, "Jamie, this is Bilderberg, right?" He's like, "Yeah. Aren't you supposed to plot to take over the world here?" He's like, "Yeah, that's what we normally do, but you did such a good job killing Bitcoin, we thought we'd have a special party for you." The actual real Bilderberg is going to be next week. you want to come? I'm like, I don't know if I should. I might be a distraction. And I pointed, and I see Queen Elizabeth doing a keg stand. And then I see President Joe Biden shotgun a beer, smash it on his head. And he's like, yeah, who wants some? Well, he looked at me and he's like, yeah, I think you're a distraction. Well, maybe we'll do a Zoom call. I was like, okay. He's like, you having a good time? I'm like, yeah, but I'm a little tired from the injection. Maybe I should go. He's like, okay. So security let me out, and they put me on a private jet. And Biden's like, well, remember, we're meeting on Monday. I'm like, okay. So I'm thinking the private jet's going to take me to LA. No, they took me back to the White House. I slept in the White House. Met with Biden on Monday. So, again, I apologize to all the people who've lost money on Bitcoin. If I knew I had the superpower of being the Bitcoin killer, I would have told you. And I told you to sell before I invested, but I didn't. So I'm sorry. And I know it's too late to get out. And when I sell my Bitcoin, it'll go back up, so I'll let everybody know.